Anonymous. In 2008, a mysterious hacker collective began making headlines across the internet. They had no leader, no headquarters, and no official members. Yet together, they carried out some of the most recognizable cyber campaigns in history. They called themselves Anonymous. The group gained worldwide attention during Project Shanology after the Church of Scientology tried to remove leaked videos from the internet. Anonymous responded with coordinated cyber attacks, online protests, and real-world demonstrations. Their signature Guy Fawkes mask soon became a symbol of digital activism. Unlike most hacker groups, anyone could join an operation. Their most common method was the distributed denial-of-service attack, flooding websites with massive amounts of traffic until they became inaccessible. Over the years, they targeted governments, corporations, extremist groups, and criminal organizations. Some considered them freedom fighters, while others viewed them as cyber criminals. Even today, Anonymous continues to appear during major global events, proving that an idea can be much harder to stop than a single organization. Lazarus Group. In 2016, Bangladesh Bank became the target of one of the biggest cyber thefts in history. Hackers attempted to steal nearly $1 billion through fraudulent bank transfers. Most of the transactions were stopped, but $81 million disappeared before anyone realized what was happening. Investigators later linked the attack to the Lazarus Group. Security experts believe the group operates on behalf of North Korea. Unlike many hackers seeking quick profits, Lazarus has been connected to espionage, financial theft, and attacks supporting national objectives. Their operations often begin months in advance, quietly infiltrating networks before launching carefully planned attacks. The group has also been linked to the Sony Pictures breach, cryptocurrency exchange hacks, and global ransomware campaigns. Their patience, technical skill, and ability to remain hidden have made Lazarus one of the most dangerous hacker groups still active today. Lizard Squad. On Christmas Day in 2014, millions of gamers unwrapped new consoles eager to play online. Instead, they were met with connection errors as major gaming networks suddenly went offline. A hacker group called Lizard Squad quickly claimed responsibility. Using massive distributed denial-of-service attacks, they overwhelmed online gaming services with huge amounts of traffic, making them inaccessible for millions of players. Choosing Christmas ensured maximum disruption and worldwide attention. Unlike many hacker groups, Lizard Squad openly celebrated its attacks on social media, turning cyber attacks into public spectacles. Investigations eventually led to several arrests, reducing the group's activity. But the incident exposed a major weakness in online infrastructure, showing that even the world's largest gaming platforms could be disrupted by a well-coordinated cyber attack. REvil. In 2019, a ransomware group called REvil quietly appeared on the dark web. Within months, it had become one of the biggest threats facing businesses around the world. Instead of simply stealing data, REvil developed a strategy that made victims even more desperate. The group first infiltrated a company's network, often through phishing emails or software vulnerabilities. Before locking any files, they secretly copied confidential information. Once the attack began, every important file was encrypted, bringing daily operations to a halt. Victims were then given an ultimatum: pay millions of dollars in cryptocurrency to recover the files, or refuse and watch sensitive company data published online. This method, known as double extortion, quickly became one of the most effective ransomware tactics ever used. REvil targeted organizations across healthcare, manufacturing, finance, and technology. In 2021, they attacked JBS Foods, one of the world's largest meat suppliers, temporarily disrupting production across several countries. Soon after, they exploited software from IT company Kaseya, allowing ransomware to spread to hundreds of businesses through a single vulnerability. The attack demonstrated how one compromised company could trigger a chain reaction affecting organizations worldwide. As international investigations intensified, several countries coordinated efforts to track the group's infrastructure. Servers were seized, suspected members were arrested, and REvil gradually disappeared from public view. But their techniques continue influencing ransomware attacks today, making them one of the most important groups in cybercrime history. Conti. While REvil attracted global attention, another ransomware group was quietly becoming even more organized: Conti. Unlike many hacker groups operating through loose online communities, Conti functioned more like a professional business. Members worked in dedicated teams responsible for network intrusion, malware development, negotiations, and technical support. Some even received regular salaries, showing how modern cybercrime had evolved into a structured industry. The group's attacks followed a carefully planned process. Hackers first entered a network through stolen passwords or phishing emails. They then spent days or sometimes weeks studying internal systems before launching ransomware across thousands of devices simultaneously. This gave victims very little time to respond. One of Conti's most damaging attacks occurred in 2021 against Ireland's health service executive. Hospitals were forced to cancel appointments, delay treatments, and operate without access to many digital systems. The incident highlighted how cyber attacks could directly affect public services and people's lives far beyond financial losses. Everything changed in 2022 when an anonymous insider leaked thousands of Conti's internal chat messages after the group publicly supported Russia during the conflict in Ukraine. The leak exposed their operations, payment structures, and attack methods in remarkable detail. Although Conti officially shut down soon afterward, cybersecurity researchers believe many former members simply joined new ransomware groups, continuing their activities under different names. Lapsus. In late 2021, a hacker group called Lapsus quickly became one of the biggest names in cybersecurity. Unlike most ransomware groups, they rarely relied on advanced malware. Instead, they focused on one of the weakest parts of any security system: people. The group used phishing attacks, social engineering, and even bribery to obtain employee credentials. Once inside a company's network, they stole confidential data before publicly demanding attention through social media. Their bold approach made them very different from traditional cyber criminal groups. Within months, Lapsus breached several major technology companies, including Microsoft, Nvidia, Samsung, Uber, and Rockstar Games. One of their most famous attacks involved leaking early footage of Grand Theft Auto 6, one of the gaming industry's most anticipated titles. The leak spread across the internet within hours, forcing Rockstar Games to officially acknowledge the breach. Investigators were later surprised to discover that some members were teenagers. The arrests showed that modern cyber attacks don't always require sophisticated hacking tools. Sometimes convincing a single employee to reveal sensitive information is enough to compromise an entire organization. From Anonymous using cyber attacks to support online activism, to Lazarus carrying out large-scale financial theft, to REvil and Conti transforming ransomware into a global criminal business, and finally Lapsus, proving that people can be easier to exploit than technology. Each of these groups changed cybersecurity in a different way. Their attacks exposed weaknesses in governments, businesses, hospitals, and some of the world's largest technology companies. More importantly, they proved that cybersecurity is no longer just about protecting computers. It's about protecting people, information, and critical infrastructure. As technology continues to evolve, so do the methods used by cybercriminals. Artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and connected devices create new opportunities for innovation, but they also create new opportunities for attack. The battle between hackers and cybersecurity experts never truly ends. Every new security system creates a new challenge, and every challenge creates someone determined to break it, which means the next major hacker group could already be out there, waiting for the perfect opportunity.